Hey everybody, it's Detra, Trueheart, Life Purpose Generator and founder of Trueheart Speaks Enterprises. Just coming to you with another life purpose video. I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent with the videos, but between writing and there's lots of great stuff coming up. As you know, I run a girls program called the Young Miss Buffalo Pageant, and we're actually prepping up for our new, I shouldn't even say new, but our 7th annual awards dinner, and then we've got our annual pageant coming up in August. And so this is really a busy time for me. It's an exciting time because every year I have an opportunity to be able to sow into the lives of young women. If you don't know, it's for girls 13 to 17, and we've been doing this for 14 years now. I know it's been a long time. So I just wanted to just kind of pop in today and really talk to you a little bit about happiness. And we've got, that favorite song of Pharrell's out about happy, clap along if you feel, if happiness is the truth, right? Clap along if you know what happiness is for you. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, because I think a lot of times, we're clapping along to a song that we really aren't really sure of what actually we're clapping along to and why we're clapping along to it, other than just the beat and it sounds really good. And obviously not really looking too deep into the actual song, but really looking into the meaning of what happiness means for you and what happiness is for you, and being in a place where you really understand what happiness looks like, what happiness feels like. For about 2 years, I did some in-home therapy with a program here in Buffalo. It's a wraparound program with at-risk families and youth. And I had a couple of clients, but one in particular, she would always talk about, I can't wait to be in a place where I can be happy. And then I used to ask her, well, what does happy look like for you? And she would always say, I don't know. And so my question to you is what does happy look like for you? What does happy feel like for you? What does happy taste like for you? You can't really identify what happy is if you don't know what it is. It's kind of like if you say sometimes you know what it is. I have this thing where like, for instance, when I created the logo for YMBP, was what we call my girls program, the Young Miss Buffalo Pageant, and then even Trueheart Speaks, my most recent logo, when I created it, I didn't necessarily know what it looks like, but I would know it when I saw it. And so sometimes maybe you do know what happy is when you see it, but if you don't even really know what makes you happy, how do you know what it is? And so what I want to do is I really want to encourage you to take some time this week, and I really want to encourage you to identify, not just get happy when the song comes on and clap along, if you feel, what happiness is for you and all of the words that go along with happiness, but really take some time to understand what makes you happy. Really understand that happiness is, a mindset. It is a lifestyle. It is something that you intentionally pursue each and every day, along with joy, along with love, along with peace, peace of mind, and, having a calm mind, having a sound mind. Those are all things like we talk about. If you've ever been on any of my monthly coaching calls, or you've ever heard me, the things that we do, it's a part of a lifestyle. And so one of the things that I've really been teaching people is about speaking life. And speaking life, thinking life, being life, live your truth, being your truth, all of that is a lifestyle. It's a part of, what you do every single day. Like for my girls, we're reading 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. And obviously we talk about a habit is what we are, what we repeatedly do. And so if you are doing something over and over and over again, it is a habit. However, we're not sure, you can't be sure if it's effective, or I shouldn't say it, you can't be sure, but it isn't effective if it isn't bringing positive effects to you, or you have to check to make sure that what it is that you're doing is effective. I'll put it that way. So at any rate, getting back to happiness and what happiness means for you, really take some time today and really look yourself in the mirror and really talk to yourself and really ask yourself this question and say, self, what makes me happy? And the first thing that I did with my client a few years ago was I asked her what made her unhappy. Because sometimes you can kind of start with what it is that you don't like if you're not sure what it is that you like. And so start with maybe what doesn't make you happy. And so if you know the things that make you unhappy, the experiences that you've gone through, or certain people in your life, or certain jobs that you've worked, whatever it is, certain foods, think about what makes you unhappy. as maybe a starting point if you don't necessarily know how to start on thinking about what makes you happy. And then when those things come, at least you can say, no, I don't want that. I know that that's something that doesn't make me happy. And so even though I'm not necessarily sure what it is that I'm looking for, I know that it's not that. Right? So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm not going to go on too further, but I just been thinking about that. And actually, I have been thinking about posting a blog or a video of some sort. I have been listening to the song. My son loves that song. And I have been listening to it. And, you know, it always comes to that part when it says, clap along if you know what happiness is to you. And I'm challenged because I know that there are a lot of people who don't know what happiness is to them. I know that they don't know what happiness looks like. They don't know what happiness feels like. And they go just living life without purpose, without intention, without really just existing. And you can't just exist and be happy. It's just not even possible. That happiness comes when you make a concerted effort to live in purpose and live on purpose. And so I'm going to leave you with that. Take some time this week to really dive in and really figure out what it is that makes you happy. If you're not sure, start out with maybe what makes you unhappy. Join me on Facebook under Trueheart Speaks, or on Twitter under Trueheart Speaks, and let me know what your definition of happiness is, what that looks like for you, and if you figured it out or if you're still figuring it out, because we're all works in progress. So, you know, we have yet to evolve, right? But at the same time, I think it's important for us to get to a place where we stop accepting just anything, and we get to a place where we really dive in and invest in those things that feed our soul, that feed our spirit, that feed our minds, right? And the things that essentially make us happy. So I'm going to leave you on that note. Hopefully I will get around to making another video. I'm hoping to do these weekly. But I want to make sure that I'm doing something for you, because I really want to share more with you via video as opposed to written word. But I want to blog as well. So join me soon. And this is Detra Trueheart from Trueheart Speaks Enterprises, your life purpose generator. And always remember, to thine own self be true, for out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Take care. Continue to live life in and on purpose.